Most people think bad decisions come from a lack of intelligence. Charlie Munger believed the opposite. Some of the smartest people in the world repeatedly make terrible choices, not because they don't know enough, but because they don't understand how their own minds quietly work against them. If you've ever looked back and wondered, "What was I thinking?" then you've already met what Munger called human misjudgment. Imagine a talented investor who spends weeks researching a company. The numbers look solid, the future seems bright. Then a negative news headline appears and panic takes over. He sells at the worst possible moment, only to watch the stock recover months later. What changed? Not the business, his psychology. Charlie Munger spent decades studying why intelligent people make irrational decisions. He realized that our brains rely on shortcuts. These shortcuts help us survive, but they can also lead us into costly mistakes. The danger is that we rarely notice them while they're happening. One of the strongest forces Munger warned about is incentive-caused bias. People naturally respond to rewards. A salesperson may genuinely believe a product is perfect because their commission depends on selling it. An executive may defend a poor strategy because admitting failure threatens their reputation. The lesson is simple. Always ask, what incentives are influencing this person? Often, the answer explains more than their words. Another trap is confirmation bias. Once we form an opinion, we instinctively search for evidence that proves we're right, while ignoring anything that challenges us. Investors hold losing stocks because they keep reading optimistic articles. Business owners cling to failing ideas because they've invested too much pride to walk away. Munger believed wisdom begins when you actively seek reasons you might be wrong. Then there's social proof. When everyone seems convinced that an investment is the next big thing, it's incredibly difficult to stand apart. History is full of market bubbles driven by crowds chasing excitement instead of value. Munger admired independent thinking because he knew the crowd is often most confident just before it's most mistaken. His solution wasn't to trust intuition more. It was to build a latticework of mental models, a collection of ideas from psychology, economics, history, mathematics, and science. The more perspectives you have, the less likely you are to become trapped by a single way of thinking. Perhaps Munger's greatest lesson is that wisdom isn't about having all the answers. It's about recognizing the hidden biases that quietly shape your decisions every day. The person who learns to question their own thinking gains an advantage that compounds for a lifetime. Charlie Munger often reminded us that the biggest enemy isn't the market, your competitors, or bad luck. More often than not, it's the mind you carry with you every single day. Learning to understand it may be the best investment you'll ever make.